This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello, and welcome to Good One, a podcast about jokes. I'm your host, Vulture Senior Editor Jesse David Fox, and I have a little bonus episode for you to tide you over while the next season of Good One is still in the oven, and like a good brisket, will need some time. But fear not, this one will be fun, as our guests are Matt Rogers and Bowen, aka Las Culturistas, as in the wonderful podcast they host together. A short story. 2 years ago, I was looking at the comedy shows happening in town, and I couldn't believe what I saw. A show that listed 50 comedians on the lineup, and a funny-sounding name. I Don't Think So, Honey, live. Listener, I went, and I loved. I had not heard Las Culturistas at this point, but within 5 minutes of that show, I got it, and I felt at home. On the way back to my apartment, I reached out to them and asked if they'd ever want to do things for Vulture, and I've been a fan, and we've been friends and occasional collaborators ever since. I've been seeing live comedy for, 15 years now, but nothing is like these shows, the sort of full audience sort of interaction and joy that everyone is experiencing together. It is scene fortifying, and they will be remembered. And you can go see yourself. If you're in New York, they're going to bring the show back to the Bell House on April 20th, and then Dallas on April 23rd, Houston on April 24th, and then Austin on April 27th as part of the Moon Tower Festival. This mini-episode that you're about to hear was recorded live at Union Hall before what became the Julie Klausner episode. I started this podcast hoping to offer people a different perspective on some of the biggest comedians working today, but I also hope to give you a glimpse of what the future of the industry would look like. And that's what they are. With Bowen currently working on Saturday Night Live and Matt the second season of the other two, they are what comedy is going to be. So, here they are. I hope you enjoy Matt and Bowen as much as I do. Who gets the chair? Who gets the stool?
We're doing stool. Okay.
That's your mic?
All right.
Bowen, your mic.
Is this the one? Oh, yeah, this is the one.
Great.
We found it.
Two people, two mics. And that's fairness.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
The topography of this stage picture is really unsettling for everyone. I'm going to be here?
Do you have your light even? Does he have his light?
I'm blocking a light, and I'm blocking your light.
Okay, hold on. Let us get our light.
I mean, this is, okay.
I'll stand for my light.
This is fucked up.
I'm in his light. All right, we can figure this out.
This is good.
It's actually an audio-visual experience only for them. So
Absolutely.
we'll just be compelling on the mic.
People at home listening to this
Exactly, bitch.
will have such a clear picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bowen's on a stool, Matt's in a chair.
Yes.
Can
Switch in the
I
middle.
can I say something to you?
Yeah.
Hey. How's it going? So far, so slay.
Oh, really?
So far, so slay.
I mean,
so far, all day. I don't know. Did that
write it
work?
down.
Okay.
Write it
Rhyme,
down.
definitely rhyme.
Put it in a book.
So, we are here with you to talk about I Don't Think So, Honey. Do people out there know what that is?
Great.
They are going to show you. Do you want to start by showing? Do you want to start by
Yeah,
showing?
we'll start by showing.
Okay, so who should go first? Mine is emotionally intense.
Mine is like universal.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think you should go first.
Okay. All right. Do you have a phone? Do you have a timer?
Oh, yeah,
I have
for
mine.
sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I have my phone. So the first thing you need to do this
Great.
bit is a phone.
Yes.
So basically what we're about to do, you guys, is we're going to demonstrate what an I Don't Think So Honey is. So an I Don't Think So Honey is a 60-second rant against something in pop culture that we fucking hate.
Yeah.
So it's really a catharsis.
Mm-hmm.
It's a minute of catharsis. What are some famous or
Oh,
I Don't Think So Honeys that we've loved?
One of my favorites is truly Catherine Cohen. I Don't Think So, Honey, My Dreams.
Yeah.
I Don't Think So, Honey. Let's see. What are some of your favorites?
I recently did I Don't Think So Honey Balloons because I fucking don't think so honey
Yeah.
balloons. They fucking pop and are extremely loud, extraordinarily loud, I'd say.
I've done one, I Don't Think So, Honey, tattoos. Like, people who get tattoos, we get it. You studied abroad. Like, it's fine.
We
What
have
else?
something special, which is called the Troll Bowl, which is a bowl of topics that we fill with things that would be almost impossible to go negative on.
Universally
but you
loved.
Have to.
You have to. Julie Andrews is
Yeah.
one. You have to shit on Julie.
Princess Di was in there.
Yes.
Jean Benet, remember her?
Remember her?
Remember her? She was certainly in there.
Yeah, certainly. The Obama sisters.
Yes.
Yeah, Sasha and Malia.
They were in there?
That was tough.
That was a hard one. Well, the person that picked it refused to do it.
Yeah.
So it got even more tough.
Yeah, there you go.
But, what's going to happen right now is we have 2 pre-prepared I Don't Think So Honeys because we got some shit to get off our chest.
We do. I think we do.
I think so, and I think it's Bowen Yang's time.
Great.
Okay,
I'll
so
stand
here we go. This is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So Honey, and his time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Cardboard boxes. Amazon Prime? No, more like Amazon cardboard all over my apartment. No, look, here's the thing. How come when you break down cardboard boxes, suddenly everyone is like a professional wrestler, and I have to fucking do a grapple?
A grapple.
A grapple on corrugated fiber. No, honey. I don't think so, honey. I don't think so, honey, that I have to tape it together on Mondays only
30
once
seconds.
a week and make a fucking art installation out of it like I'm at the Armory. And then keep it in my apartment if it's a Tuesday. I'm like, I gotta wait till Monday to recycle. Then bring it down from my 3rd floor walk up to the side of the
15
street.
seconds.
I don't think so, honey. You know what? This is the way of the future. Bags, honey, bags. Give me biodegradable bags. Amazon, Jeff Bezos.
5
give me
seconds.
a nice bag. We love a sack.
And that's 1 minute.
Okay.
It's rule of culture number 18.
We love a sack. So that was like, okay, so that wasn't quite as impassioned as a lot of them are, but I was saying that mine was universal. You have anger in you.
Do you fucking see my shoulders going right now?
Oh, baby. Undulating.
Just wanted to make sure you saw the shoulders.
Okay, this is like when an electron gets excited from energy.
You would know, bitch.
Okay.
Pre-med in college.
Okay. I never stop reminding people.
Yeah.
This is Matt Rogers' I Don't Think So, Honey.
Okay.
His time starts now.
Okay, I don't fucking think so, honey, that the word stan, like I stand for this, comes from the Eminem song Stan. Fuck that. I just learned about this, and I can't fucking believe I was so dumb that every fucking time I've been gagged for a Nicole Kidman film over the past 3 fucking years, or a television series, I've been saying I stan and putting fucking money in the proverbial pockets of my fucking middle school oppressor, Eminem. And it's not the first time that he's been mentioned tonight. It won't be the last.
30 seconds.
Fuck Eminem. Also, let's unpack Stan. You know what happens to Stan? Stan fucking dies, okay? So you're being like, I stan whenever you hear thank you next to express your love for Ariana Grande. Guess what? No, you are not a stan because you're not a kooky fucking
seconds.
piece of shit. He drove his car off a fucking bridge and killed his pregnant girlfriend. I'm not a stan. Fuck this. Eminem, you are not a rapper to me.
5 seconds.
Eminem, fuck you because what you should have been is a fucking porn star bottom. You used to love showing your ass. You're obsessed with gay people. I don't want to hear from you unless you fucking sit on a dick and moan in pleasure. Until then, I don't fucking think so, hon.
And that's 1 minute. Wow. Couldn't have followed that. I couldn't have followed that.
That's why I said go first because I knew I had it.
Yes. This is a competition.
I had more too.
That is...
I had more too.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can't get over that either.
Don't say it anymore.
Don't.
How about that?
What do we say instead?
Stan is canceled.
Well, then how do you express...
Here's how you express it. I like this. That's what we say.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of this. Stan.
Oh, that's cool. That's what I say.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Great. Very like 1950s.
Okay, yeah.
Retro of you. It's
Oh.
actually rule of culture number 106. Cool, is retro. You're here.
Hey, hi, sorry, Jesse. Hi.
Jesse, famously here.
So when you had those ideas, what is the process to be like when you know you have a good one? When you prepare to build a case to then do one on your podcast or in a live format such as this?
So there are a million different ways to have a successful I Don't Think So, Honey, I think, right? Like,
Yes.
I mean, and like on the pod, I mean, we've sort of, our shine has been dulled a little bit. I think we got to sharpen up, but like, because we just do it on the spot. We're like, oh God, I didn't think of anything for this episode. I Don't Think So, Honey. You know, like UPS slips. Like it's just like, and then you like kind of wallow in hackiness.
But here's the thing, if you think about it, and you don't have to think hard, life is fucking suffering, and it's not hard to be fucking pissed about shit.
Yeah.
Because it's not great.
Yeah.
Like, And you'd be amazed at things you can have a strong opinion about. Like I was upstairs. Well, I was upstairs. I was outside walking to the gig, the venue, and there was a person with shorts on, and I said, "I don't think so, honey."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's frigid.
You suffered because of him.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because I'm very empathic.
Yeah.
And so I felt the pain.
Yes.
So you had the first episode of Las Culturistas, your podcast,
Yes.
had an I Don't Think So, Honey. Do
Yes.
you remember what you guys did?
I remember.
The very first one?
The very first one, we thought we were going to have each episode be thematic around some pop cultural event. So the first one was the Grammys. And so we made ours...
2016.
2016.
Oof.
A while ago. And so we made ours sort of relevant to that. And so I did mine on Selena Gomez, I think. I said, you should return to acting. You were so good in Spring Breakers.
Yeah.
That was my case. What was yours? Do you remember yours?
I don't remember my first ever one. Knowing the Grammys, it was probably like, I Don't Think So, Honey, the Grammys.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
They're rather dumb. And I will say right now... Oh, you know what it was?
Jesse knows.
I prepare. Okay.
Was I right?
You got your clipboard?
Close.
Oh, okay.
So yours was the sound mix on Adele's performance.
Oh, because do you remember that performance when they fucked her up and she had to like start over? That wasn't her fault. That was their fault.
That was the sound mix.
I don't think so, honey.
And yours was you feel like Taylor Swift co-ops other people's excitement when they win awards.
Oh!
And then you did a pooled one about Selena Gomez.
Isn't that? But isn't that so? I'm sorry, I never give myself credit for anything, but like, that's an amazing observation. That's incredible. She does that. She's like so over the fucking moon when other people succeed. It's like nice, but it's also like so performative. I don't know.
Having witnessed each other do it, how do you feel like your styles are different?
I think that was a really good example of our differences. I'm trying to come at it from a more, I don't know.
You're just more cerebral and I'm more mentally unhealthy.
That's it.
And what I do is scream from the base of my basic ass Long Island gut and scream about gay shit. Mm-hmm. And Bowen usually has like a beautiful cultured take on something.
I don't know. I mean, that wasn't like the most refined thing, but like,
No,
you
it
know,
was.
Thank you. I think it's nice to like beat it out. I mean, we both go about like beating it out in some very loose way that is still enough structure to like have fun with.
There should be repetition of the phrase, I don't think so, honey. There should be real passion. And there doesn't even necessarily have to be jokes. You just have to fucking really mean it.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about a more serious topic? I feel like we've talked about this before, where it could shape the mood. How do you guys ultimately, at this point, now that you've witnessed maybe 1,000 of these, do you feel about like a Trump adjacent thing?
Here's the thing, like I every now and then I'm like hard on myself and I'm like, oh, is I Don't Think So, Honey like bordering on like clapter, where it's like people are like, oh, they're only laughing because it's like, oh yeah, I know that, I relate to that, where it's like also comedy, but I feel like we sort of occupy all parts of that spectrum where it's like it can be so frivolous or it can be so serious and it still succeeds. Like we've never seen people bomb.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what's so cool about the live show is we do this live show with 50 comedians all getting on stage and they all do one after another. So it's really, really fun. We call it Gay Bonnaroo. And I think that when we started doing it, it was like, we did have the concern, like, is this negative? I mean, it's inherently negative.
Yeah.
You're saying, I don't think so, honey, this thing. But what it ends up being is actually cathartic. And so it's like a very fun experience because we're always punching up. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not going up there and saying something insane. And you know, it's interesting because the very first time we ever did it, I actually put in the troll bowl, I don't think so, honey, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And someone picked it out, and it was the only one that felt bad. You know what I mean?
Sure. Well, she was just
she was amazing.
She was overwhelmed, I think. She told us afterwards. She was like, it was just the audience fucking lost it when we drew Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. And then she just probably got overwhelmed.
Yeah, but the thing is also, like, you can't cover it all, you know? And so it's not really for that. Yeah. And we've had people pitch to us, like, I want to come on the show and do a serious thing. And so we let them know, like, you do whatever you want to do. It's just, and it's your time, and it's going to be over in 1 minute. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like, it's for stupid, fun, cathartic, getting off your chest bullshit. Yeah. And so that's why we fill the troll bowl with shit like Emily Blunt. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like who actually cares and who actually means the negative thing about Emily Blunt. She's
Yeah.
a delight.
Well, I have one negative opinion, which is I think Anne Hathaway should have been Mary Poppins.
Oh.
Did you see Mary Poppins?
I have not seen it, but I bet she's good.
I made a mistake the other day and called it Mary Poppins Revenge. And I thought that movie would be so much better.
Amazing. It'd be so funny.
So Joel Booster, friend of both podcasts,
And best I Don't Think So Honey
Yes.
ever.
has he at some point I think he said it should be about culture. When it's not about culture, it's a problem. So for both of you, broadly, what is culture to both of you?
You know, on our show, we actually ask this question of every guest that comes on. We say, what was the culture that made you say culture was for me? And what we mean by that is like, what shaped you growing up?
Yeah.
So it was the pop culture that shaped you growing up, whether that be film, television, whatever.
People say like, tennis was like my cultural thing that like just like crystallized some part of my identity, or this neighborhood I grew up in Rhode Island. Like it really just runs the gamut. I think we like to have a very broad definition of what it is. We're never restrictive. We're never trying to, I don't know, put parameters on what that means to people.
Yeah, I think that Joel would prefer it be about pop culture because he's a fucking stunt queen.
Yeah.
And wants to start drama because he's messy. But sometimes you just gotta call it like it is and say, I don't think so, honey, balloons, because they're fucking loud. And plastic, which is bad.
Yeah.
Last question. Do you have any questions for me?
Jesse, we asked Jesse to do an I Don't Think So Honey once at the live show.
Yes.
And it seemed...
It's too overwhelming, and I asked if I could write one and have someone else perform as me.
Which is I don't think so, honey, that.
which is crazy.
But I told Matt I have a thing that I believe that I could write so well about.
It's good.
That I can do one in the future if you need.
You heard it here.
This
But
is a fun little
what do you
tease.
want from when you have a straight identifying person on the show, which
Yes.
happens once or twice per show? What do you want from them as an ally of the fifth?
I don't ask anything of them. I'm just glad that they're walking into the Dragon's Maw that is like such an aggressively queer space, and to like even go up there is great. And they all do great. They all fucking kill. I don't ask them of anything.
Yeah.
Ask them.
I asked for a sexual favor.
Okay.
When's the next show?
Oh, the next show. Well, we're going on tour.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna start it in the Pacific Northwest. We're going to Portland, Seattle, Vancouver for JFL, San Francisco, and we're gonna be in Boston, Philly, DC, Houston, Austin, and Dallas. And we're also gonna do a show in Brooklyn at the Bell House on April 20th.
For 20. Amazing. Yeah, it'll be fun.
So they'll be super loopy that night.
yeah.
Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you guys so much.
That's it for another episode of Good One. New episodes of Las Culturistas come out every Wednesday. You can get tickets for their April I Don't Think So Honey live shows in Brooklyn, Houston, Dallas, and Austin now. Follow Bowen on Twitter at Bowen Yang and Matt at Matt Rogers Though. That's a THO. Good One is produced by Mike Comtek with production assistance from Jessamine Molly. Justin T. Wright did our theme song. Write a review and rate the show on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars, please. And hey, if you know anyone who might like the podcast, maybe tell them. What the heck? You can email any comments, questions, or laughing around suggestions to goodonepodcast@gmail.com. I'm Jesse David Fox, and you can follow me at Jesse David Fox. Have a good one.
That was a HeadGum podcast.